I offered to let my mom live with me under the exact same terms. I lived with her as a teen. I don't know why. In God's good name, my mom thought I would be the one to come to. We don't get along. I went to live with Dad at 16 because she told me she hated me and asked me to leave. My older brother, the favored sibling, I know for a fact has a spare bedroom she could sleep in now that she's losing the house. My mom's situation is entirely her own fault as well, which makes this all the more annoying. She and my stepdad bought a 7-bedroom house 10 years ago, right after she left her job of 20 years to work at some dumb startup that was out of business only 3 years later. My stepdad spent the last years of his challenging life bedbound because he ignored it. Every doctor telling him to stop shoving his face full of food at every waking moment of the day. So he passed away 500 pounds and in misery. I was more than fine with this, by the way. Well, when he passed away early this year, pretty much during the last of the money, my joke of a mother had remained. And now the bank's taking the house back. So she shows up at my door for some reason after mistreating me since I was a kid, and ignoring me unless she wanted something since she married that thankfully deceased overweight person. She had the audacity to ask to live with me. It's only me and my husband in our 2-bedroom house. Sure, but their bedroom is his office. The basement is my art studio, and the couch in front of the fireplace is for our lovely cats. There is no room for the difficult mother anywhere in this house, but I knew this opportunity would never come again. So I told her she could live with us if and only if she decided to follow the house rules. All electronics were to be turned off by 6 p.m. If she was caught with any after that, they would be taken away and sold at the next yard. Sale to that time was $730. If I caught her up, I would take away all of her clothing for the week. 3, she may only shower for 5 minutes once every 3 days. 4, ultras must be dead the moment she wakes up. If I roll out of bed and they are not, she will not be getting meals for the day. 5, she must make sure she is alert at all times. If I and hubby need something done, it is to be done at that moment or else she will lose her bedding privileges for the night. 6, she will be in charge of cooking 1 meal each day that I choose. If it is not made to my liking, she will not be allowed to join us, and instead will eat the cheapest frozen meal available. 7, I will be reading all her mail, text messages, and emails. I will give her the ones I deem acceptable communication under my roof. 8 of her cars will be my own personal travel car. She will also drive me wherever I want. She will still have to pay for gas. And last but not least, if at any point she displeases me, I will be calling my brother up to pick her up from a nearby gas station. I will get to choose what she takes to put in a torn-up backpack before dropping her off without looking back. She called me a cruel person, told me these conditions were unfair, and asked if I was insane. These were the exact conditions I lived under for years as a teenager. The exact conditions she tormented me with for years until she finally let me go live with the one parent that loved me. And these would be the conditions she would suffer under if she dared to ask me to harm her worthless negative presence. I don't know where she went after she stormed out of my house. My brother called me and told me I have the biggest balls in the family for the stunt I pulled. From the sounds of it though, none of the spawn want the brood mother to live with them. I hope she finds a nice park bench to stay on.